Ryan, for a game that was just stellar pitching from both sides, it's just wild that it ended the way it ended.
Yeah, I kind of said that as soon as we got done with like the little dog pile of Ted. I was like, for that game, that's how it's going to end, but we'll take it.
With the kind of the star power on both sides, the atmosphere, what the series means, did it feel like you had a little something extra today?
I mean, I think it just felt as normal. It was just another game, like the outside noise is what it is, but I thought it was great. I thought, one, it was awesome just that we got the game in first, and then second, I thought for the weather and everything, I thought we were all sitting here at like 5 o'clock not knowing what the crowd would look like. We were like, people are probably going to be at home, maybe just watch from their couch, but I thought the crowd was elite, and that might even be an understatement. I don't know if I can say enough good words about them tonight, because normally I don't really hear them, or I can't really tell when I'm on the mound, but in the first I could tell, and they were with me all night long, and they were with this team all night long through that last pitch.
To that end, what do you remember about that last strikeout that you had? And I know you were elated, and that was maybe about the loudest it was, let's say, for the very end.
Yeah. I know that just through the pitch sequence, I wanted what we got to. I just wanted to get to a fastball on that last pitch, just with how it's set up. Really liked what we'd done before and thought that we had some room with the fastball. So I can't remember what was called, but we took to a fastball and just not really a guy to show a ton of emotion up there, but it just kind of came out. And yeah, I thought it was a big moment in the game, and was just super happy to be able to go out and give our team a chance.
That speak to the level of the game, the level of the performance too?
Yeah, I think it just spoke to the moment and this team, and maybe just with the atmosphere and everything. I think it all kind of flowed together, and yeah.
Take us through the build-up to the actual first pitch with the delays. How did you handle it? How did you go about it? Now, how much do you think it affected you?
Yeah, I thought we knew weather would be a play all day. We knew that even going to bed last night. So I think woke up this morning, the day just kind of felt weird. Like the day just felt weird from the start, I think, anticipating a little bit of the weather. But we got here about 3 o'clock for team meal, and right after meal we had a meeting and we're told that we wouldn't start before 8. So just kind of basically turned baseball off a little bit, went upstairs, laid on the couch, and then started to move around as an 8 o'clock game, because we played some 7:30 games. So just played as normal, treated as normal for 8 o'clock, and then started to get moving a little bit and was told, hey, we're going to push back to 8:30. So just constantly adjusted. I don't think anything was turned around in my mind. It was just, tell me when we're going to start and we'll work back from there.
Certainly brilliant in your own respect, but what was it like once you're done to get to watch Evan do what he does?
Yeah, it's always fun to watch Evan, whether it's on Friday nights, whether it's on another night throughout the weekend. I guess today's Thursday, or on a midweek. I mean, Evan's just fun to watch because he's the true essence of pitching, and he's the guy that comes in and you just have full belief that this thing's over. Like he is a true shutdown stopper guy in the back end of a game or whenever you need him. So I thought it was awesome for us to kind of do it, little tandem tonight. But it's always fun to watch him pitch.
You talk about a weird day. I mean, how weird is it to be a pitcher in mid-May and it's 60-something degrees and the wind's basically blowing in?
Yeah, that was interesting, especially getting up this morning, going to get breakfast. It was 80 and humid. So after the rain came through, I guess it cooled off. I didn't even notice until I kind of stepped outside to see what it was going to be like, what I needed. So it was definitely interesting, because I think last year and the year before at this time it was 95 and everyone was sweating a ton. But honestly, I'll take it. It was kind of nice knowing that next week in Hoover it's going to be pretty warm, and hopefully when we're in Omaha it's pretty hot.
Now, for you guys, having done a doubleheader, a couple weeks back, how big was it for you guys just to get a game in tonight, like you mentioned?
Yeah, nobody really wants to play 2 in one day. You'd like to space them out. So, and when you're told that you're going to play on a day or you're going to pitch on this day, you want to play. The competitive spirit in you wants to play, wants to compete. So, I thought it was just huge, and again, can't say enough good stuff about that grounds crew who worked their rear end off all day.
Go ahead.
How'd you try to kind of handle the mental challenge, aside from it being less than ideal circumstances with the delays and stuff? Going up against a guy like Hagan and knowing like you team probably needs you to come through with a big game, and just I guess how to deal with that.
Nothing really changed. It was what we do as a pitching staff. Our whole mantra of like dominate the zone doesn't change based on either who we play, what their offense does, what their pitching staff does, what the score is, what inning it is. Like all that stuff is just noise. Like it really is. Like I guess we see it sometimes, but once it becomes game time, all that stuff's just noise. So we just kind of go do what we do. We stick to our system, and if we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance.
How big was it being back at home after the past 2 weekends? I know you talk about the crowd and the home field advantage, but just being back in College Station and being back your own beds and everything, how big was that?
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, just staying in hotels and kind of not really having anywhere to go, or being on the road, not being in front of our guys is interesting. Like it's not like tough, but just doing it back-to-back weeks is a lot. So just to be able to be a little more comfortable, be in front of a crowd that's elite, probably the best fan base in the country, and just be able to stay in our normal routine that we would do every day before the season, even during the season, like midweek. So just be able to stay in that routine is super nice.
Did you allow yourself to peek up and see how many radar guns were up in that scout section tonight?
No, I didn't. I don't really look up there a whole lot. Sometimes I see my dad sit up there because that's where he kind of sits sometimes because he wanders. But it's also kind of dark under there, so you can't really pick out how many people are up there. But usually there's a lot of guys back there, just with like standing room only. So didn't really worry about how many guys were back there that are evaluators, but.
With that as emotional a win as this one was, how do you keep those emotions in check, I guess, knowing you have 2 more games to play over the next 2 days?
I think it just comes back to what this team is really special at, and it's being the same team day in, day out, win or lose, play well, play poorly. Like it's the same group of guys every day, same characters, same personalities. Like nothing changes whether the game goes great or the game goes poorly. So I think that's how we balance the emotion of it. We just continue to be us.
I guess you mentioned before the series that you and Hagan had some, had faced each other before. I'm just wondering, like, who got the better end of those before?
Oh, I don't even remember. Okay. That was summer ball in high school at some point, so I don't remember, but we definitely crossed paths a few times. And again, like I said before the series, it's great to play against that team. I mean, there's a couple other guys on there that I grew up with or grew up playing against, so great to be able to just compete against those guys and get to compete against them the rest of the week.